Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So thankful that you are here. First, before I get started, I just want to say congratulations to all of you who are watching this right now, who are graduating this year. I know that because of the pandemic, you are not going to be able to walk the stage, but I know that many colleges and universities are doing virtual type of graduations and just celebrating. And so I just want to take the time to say, hey, I'm celebrating you. Congratulations. And so for this episode here, I just want to talk about the three things I would have known before I started grad school. And so I too also have two master's degrees from the same university. And I wish that I would have just listened to the people that had wisdom on this particular subject, because I was in my 20s and I thought that, I was really nonchalant. And to be perfectly honest, I just wish I would have planned better. So currently, I'm in my doctoral program, but I had to take a break because I did not calculate my financial aid properly. I would hate for this to happen to you if you're watching this and you're considering going back to school. So here are the three things that I wish I would have known, right? Very first thing I wish I would have known is that if I can work at a university like I did back in my 20s, I would have stayed there and had my job pay for my education. I think that's the biggest mistake I've made in terms of education, is not staying with the original university that I worked for that could have paid for both of my master's degrees. You hear me? Both of them. But I only stayed for a couple semesters. I ended up getting another job, which was a great position for my career, but now I was paying out of pocket for school, which means that now I had to take out more loans because I was no longer getting the tuition benefit from my university. So I would say, if you are able to be in a position to where your job has tuition assistance or forgiveness type program, that you should definitely take advantage of that. The second thing I would say is really just prioritizing time. And it sounds good, you plan it, you might even write it out, but once it happens and once it starts, the time literally flies. I can remember starting week one of class and feeling like the next week we were already on week 7. And the train does not stop. The train literally keeps moving. I can remember being in my class with my professor and students and feeling like, hey, there's a couple assignments that are due, and they give us a due date. Let's say if you start in January and the due date is like March. And I'm thinking like, oh, I'm good, I got time. Come the end of February, February only has 28 days and 29 on the leap year, right? Now I'm like, oh shoot, I'm scrambling. I haven't even started yet. Now I have to email the professor and ask for some sort of extension just because I was being lazy. And so please, please prioritize your time. It is so important. Prioritize your time. Last thing I would say is you have to make some sort of arrangements. Like if you have a family, if you're married, and you have children, you have to make arrangements. You can't just say, hey, I'm going to class and that's pretty much it. So my wife and I literally we had to communicate and say, okay, I have classes on Mondays and Wednesdays, which means on Mondays and Wednesdays, I would basically do everything with the kids, make sure they ate, make sure they had a bath, make sure they did their homework, and that would give her a break because being gone for 2 days, for having 2 days for class for 2-3 hours a day and basically almost 6 hours a week, that's a lot. And then that doesn't even count study time. And so please, if you have a spouse, if you have children, you got to make the plans. Or if you have somebody that can watch your kids for you while you're in class, that's great. But these things you got to do now. You have to do that. When I say now is you have to do that. You have to take that into consideration when you're going into your graduate program. So please let me know in the comments if you have some other advice or anything that you want to add. I would love to hear it. So like I was saying before, I am currently at one institution and then I'm transferring to another one right now. So I'm super excited about that. And please don't forget, subscribe, hit that like button. Make sure you hit that alert so that you don't miss any more of this great content. All right. Thanks for listening. I'll talk to y'all later.